Yo, what's up, TikTok and YouTube? What's going on?
Is one of the continuously inhabited sites in America, and we expect our crowd to continually inhabit and make their presence known in this game. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on a team who is rested and ready, coming off a bye, the Texas State Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Boilermakers will put total leather and we'll get started. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Texas State's offense will get the first crack at it here. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
Got his man in the middle. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Really good offenses are able to attack sugar. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Using the quick game. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Setting up the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running to the left. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They get him down after he makes the catch. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. And the Bobcats are moving quickly down the field. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Purdue Boilermakers offense will take the field for the first time. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be cheating that way from his free safety position.
You're right, because as a quarterback, I just can't throw to my guy in the perimeter, right? I got to attack the middle of the field. The problem is you've got one of the best safeties in the nation who likes to lay people out.
Yeah, roaming the middle of the field, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's got an eye on that receiver out there, too, that's dynamic. So let's see what kind of day he can have.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver coming across in motion. A jet sweep pass. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Ready to fire from the pistol. Leaves it with the back. Just ran over it.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Dances away. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Some heat on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
He finds his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Boilermakers will hustle to the line. They're going to run it. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Turning to the running game on first and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. That's the end of the quarter. Texas State has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. On the option. He'll pitch it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Purdue! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
PAT unit on the field. Smashes it through for the PAT. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Bobcats will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Now, I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And the Boilermakers getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line.
Just causing wreckage in the secondary. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Boilermakers! One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having it.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Northern Illinois is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Missouri. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Looking to throw on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll throw on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Bobcats will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer, and done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
Motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. And on second down for this offense. The give to the single back. Just buried it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Boilermakers have pushed it inside the 20. To the ground. He's got it again.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away.
Touchdown, Purdue! A great catch and run for 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned.
Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Oh, he would have loved to tack on the big return, but they've got it in the red zone at the 16.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Excellent field position here for the offense. Goes to the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Quick pass on the fly motion. Sticking with the running game and finding enough space to get 8, it leaves them with a 4th and 2.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Boilermakers! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat San Marcos when that town is buzzing as it is today. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll start this drive with a pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Snags it down the right side. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Purdue! And the stomping has commenced.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. First down here from the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, fires downfield. He makes a catch. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Looking to take a shot. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. It's on target and complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Come to the line at the 42, facing a third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. And the Bobcats look to keep this drive humming. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Coming after him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so...
Got a lot of running room. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Move the chains with that completion now on first down. He's going to pass. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And the punishment has been extended. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape. So the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Rutgers is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 17 over Florida Atlantic. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That's caught. It's Cuber. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
On second down, he'll fire. Starting to feel a little pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Quick strike complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And now on second down for this offense. It's a draw. Runs through a tackle. And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there. How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bobcats.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw it. Release to the back. That's caught. It's Peters. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Boilermakers headed quickly to the line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Purdue! And the pummeling has started.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5, and the returner is stopped. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll try the left side. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. The quick out. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? They'll try to get the first through the air. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. The Bobcats will snap it on first and 10. He wants to throw. He's got his man. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. A new set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw it again. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Really need positive yards on second down after the incompletion. They'll snap it from the 44. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Lawrence. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
On second down, wants to throw. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this game.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They'll throw it on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job and fight that rush up the field.
He lets it fly. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And the route is on. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated.
Watch out, y'all. Boring might come around your house and talk crap again. You know what I mean? Ooh. Get out of here. Love it when streamers have nothing better to do but show up 2 miles away talking crap over a loudspeaker because they're too scared to actually show up and do anything. You know what I mean, boring?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. He'll start this drive firing. Trying to beat the D deep. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. He's looking to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He's moving out of the pocket. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. This time he's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed in the middle. It's DeMarco. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the right. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Buys a little extra time. He chucks one out to the right. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Caught close to the marker, it's Cuber. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's gonna pass. On the move, he fires. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football?
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. 2nd down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. Got his man downfield. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take...
Alright guys, I appreciate y'all stopping in and checking out that stream. Hit the follow button if you're over there on TikTok, and sub button if you're over there on YouTube.